This is the best. Is this the best lighting I can do? Girl, it's the best. Do I look like, what is it, 11 in like season 3 of Stranger Things when her hair just gets so fucking out of control and she's just being raised by like some sheriff from some fucking town? That's not what I came here. Wait, where's the lens? That's not what I came here to talk to you about. I'm gonna go on 25 different side rants because that's what I do. First of all, I know we're all very bored as shit. I get it, alright? My only joy in life is seeing Wendy Williams every day. That is the only way I know how to tell the difference between the days. I watch them a day late. They post to YouTube at 9 p.m. and I watch her the very next morning because I like to start my morning off with Wendy. My aunt is psycho and watches it the first second they like post it at night. I'm like, how do you watch Wendy Williams at night? Doesn't make sense. Some people like to end their day with her. Some people like to start their day with her. Either way, we do not have her. I am having withdrawals. But it's like same as last year when she like disappeared for a hot second. Don't want to even bring that up. Don't want to bring up that hot topic. I'm so stupid. But that was horrible. I was like, I'm so sad without anyone. It's like I need like a constant stream of like gossip and bullshit that doesn't matter to like distract from excuse me. Got a little touch of the coronias. Oh my god, how could you say that? Okay, so here's a few things. Because I miss Wendy Williams, I was like, there's nobody talking about these hot topics. I guess I'll go and start talking about hot topics. Not that, I mean, like, not that I feel like I could do Wendy Williams justice, but I do feel like the few hot topics that I've noticed are a pattern of the response of people who don't know what to, I mean, obviously none of us really know what to do in this situation, but like, getting mad at people for like expressing any kind of view or opinion is like not going to help us right now. And this is straight up, like, I'm someone who like gets annoyed about fucking everything. I'm offended by everything. Everything offends me. Everything, I'm like, that's not cool. Like, so I just want to reiterate, like, if this is coming from me, I don't give a shit. If you like make coronavirus jokes, like, let it out, figure out a way to deal with it. But it's like, okay, so here's like a couple of examples that I've noticed in the media lately. This is like what I want to pay attention to, too. I'm like, I don't want to look at Trump all fucking day. I want to look at Kylie Jenner. We'll get to her in a second. She is part of this, but she is what prompted this video. Anytime someone like starts jumping on Kylie, I'm like, that's my daughter wife. Get away from her. So, but okay, so first it started with Vanessa Hudgens earlier in the week, who was like clearly just like live streaming, probably had a couple of beers or a couple of hits or something, or maybe she's just chill, I don't know, like she seems like a really nice, I don't know, and she was like, okay, this is, I'm not gonna play you the video, like you can go look it up, but this is basic, probably a verbatim impersonation of what she did. She basically was like, I mean, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, not go out at all for a month? That seems like a lot. It's like, I know people are, like, gonna die and everything, but, like, isn't that kind of inevitable? I mean, maybe I shouldn't be saying that right now. So, it's like, if you get offended by something like that, like, that is so your problem. Like, get over it. Like, that is a girl in her room being like, what the fuck am I gonna, like, not, like, none of us have truly, like, grasped the full scope of this right now, and we're still stuck in this, like, oh, these were my plans before, and now I'm, like, supposed to stay and hide. Like, it's a normal reaction for, I mean, Vanessa Hudgens is, like, a 20-something-year-old girl, maybe a mid-20s by now. I don't know. I don't care. Like, she seems fine. Like, if you didn't know who she was, this wouldn't be, I don't know, it's like people are like, how dare you, like, belittle the deaths of, like, everyone brings it back to this. They're like, how could you be so insensitive about the deaths that are happening right now? And it's like, literally no one is saying LOL at the deaths happening right now. Like, no one said that. Everyone's trying to, like, wrap their heads around this, and, like, we're talking out loud and, like, trying to be positive, trying to make jokes, lighten it up, trying to find the silver lining. And anyone who does, who is, like, remotely hot or rich, they're getting slammed the fucking hardest, because ain't nothing like a quarantined mass of people who can't go to work and, like, are stuck inside their house watching rich people all day. I guess, I don't know. I personally have been quarantined since, like, 2015, 2016-ish, so I'm, like, very used to this lifestyle, as, like, clearly I'm 11 in season 3. This is my season 3. Right? Doesn't her hair get real wild? Am I remembering that right? Is that the correct character? Anyway, I don't think we need to be, like, attacking, like, somewhat, like, these girls that are, like, clearly, like, young, not being offensive on purpose, like, not trying to provoke anyone. Like, no one's out there being like, this, like, the deaths in here, like, the deaths happening are hilarious. No one is saying that. And also, it's like, people are constantly dying all the time, all over the world. Yes, this is a different pandemic, but we have genocide happening straight out in the open, like, all around the world. There's people dying from all kinds of fucked up diseases, hunger, war. Like, there is so much horrible stuff happening in the world. So if you have the gall to tell someone, like, how could you be so insensitive to, like, all of these other issues? It's like, those issues have been there. We have all been, like blocking it out this whole time. We just don't have, like, 4 million fans or whatever to be like, how dare you? Like, I'm bored and I need to find something to be mad about. Trust me, I don't want to go out of my way to find things to be mad about. I find it all the time. Au naturel. So it's very strange to me when people are, like, just seeking it out. It's like, bitch, calm down. Kylie Jenner is another case where it's like, she posted something that was like, LOL, like, my pregnancy prepared me for this. Like, I stayed in the house for 9 months. Which was, for her, probably very traumatic. Like, that's, everyone's like, oh my god, like, stop being about yourself, stop being insensitive to the people who are suffering. Like, nobody cares, Kylie. It's like, is Kylie not allowed to post on her fucking story? Like, don't look at it if you, like, give a shit, or, like, don't, like, scroll past the e-news feed or whatever where you saw that story and, like, keep going. Like, why do you have to, everyone, I mean, there are so many people that are like, oh my god, like, nobody cares. It's like, dude, like, nobody said you have to care. Like, nobody said Kylie was, like, trying to, like, how fucking dare Kylie trying to relate to people? Like, you live in a princess palace. It's like, we don't know what she did to get that. We don't know her real life. And those 10 months of her, like, pregnancy quarantine were probably fucking horrible. She probably felt, like, gross. She, like, probably was fucking terrified out of her mind because she was a little girl with a fucking baby in her body, and, like, no one was supposed to know, and, like, she couldn't get photographed. That was probably a terrifying time for her. But we're just like, you have money, you're annoying. I am literally, like, ears deep in poverty, and, like, that does not offend me. Like, I just feel like people who are, like, middle class, I don't think the middle class truly exists, but people who are, like, I don't know, like, just at the average limit are like, fuck you, how dare you put your riches in our face? And it's like, yeah, there is a very, like, glaringly obvious unequal distribution of wealth, but even the people we perceive as wealthy are, like, I don't even want to say they're human too. Maybe they're reptilian. I don't know. But they're not necessarily, like, the richest, and they're still, like, having, we don't know their life. And I hate it when people are like, oh my god, like, why did Kylie say that? It's like, bitch, like, shut up. Like, who cares? Like, it's, I don't know. Okay, so, going back to, I can't complete a sentence or a thought, but going back to, like, how I've been quarantined for, like, fucking years. I started making this video, actually. This was a separate video before the actual quarantine really took place, but I've had, like, tons of facial reconstructive surgeries throughout all of my childhood, and then I started having them again a few years ago, around 2015, 2016 is when the process started again. Very long story. Don't want to get into it. That's for another day. Long story short, I mean, and that's still part of why I don't go out now. I'm like, I am not ready to go out to the world. Like, I'm in the middle of, like, multiple other surgeries. I'm like, oh, I'm not, like, prepared to, like, be, like, to exist, basically. Because it's not just, like, one surgery and boom, you're done. It's not like, you know, Extreme Makeover, the original edition, where it's, like, in a half hour. It's like a years-long process that I've been going through for many years, and like it does involve a lot of just like, I don't want to be like I'm hiding from the world, but I'm not necessarily trying to fucking go out into it either. And it's also like, I live in a pretty freak-friendly part of, I mean, New Orleans, I feel like I've said this before like 100 times, New Orleans is pretty freak-friendly. There's a lot of cities like that probably too, like LA, Philly, like New York, like, there are certain places where, like, you can just be a fucking freak, especially in certain neighborhoods. My neighborhood specifically is, like, fucking Freakville, USA. I'm a princess, like, in comparison. Like, there are people who go out of their way to, like, look as fucking crazy as possible. Me, I don't have to try. I just be looking crazy. So, I started... When I was like, okay, I can't, like, go out into the world, I, like, sold my car at that point, and, like, didn't have a way around, and I was, like, house sitting for my sister a lot, who lives in the suburbs. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do in this hellhole? Like, this is crazy. So I started watching Kardashians from the very beginning. This is how I got into Kardashians. I don't know how this turned into, I think I started to be like, this is how, anyway. Before, I was, like, not really into them. Maybe in the very beginning, I kind of liked them, and I got, like, over it very quickly. There's other things that I was much more affected by. I was, like, the whole fucking world is, like, in crisis. I've been in, like, crisis panic mode for many years now, so it's, like, about time some of y'all caught up. No offense. Full offense. But I was like, I need a break from, like, the amount of stress and trauma I've been, like, enduring for X amount of time now. And I was like, I just need to turn my brain off and, like, watch me some Days. Turns out, best show ever. If you watch it, especially if you binge it, this is, like, the best time to do it, by the way. I fully endorse it is so good. Like, I kind of want to start from the beginning again, because I haven't watched it in several years now. I mean, from the beginning. I've obviously, like, been keeping up ever since. But it's, like, hilarious. They're in on the joke. They know what's up. And also, it does not make you smart or interesting or unique or at all. Like, nobody thinks you're a smarter or better or cooler person because you don't like them or because you're shitting on them. Literally, everyone shits on them. Everyone's like, oh my god, I shouldn't so stupid. It's like, wow, what a controversial opinion, you fucking loser. Anyway, I've been inside for several days. I'm, like, looking at the tree right now being like, I need some of that sunlight. So anyway, what I'm saying is totally, like, helped me through a huge, horrible time where I mean, my mom the other day was like, you quarantined on purpose. Not really. I mean, like, they say the same thing about Kylie. They're like, you quarantined on purpose. Not really. Like, when you don't feel like you can be out in the world and you don't feel like you can be seen, and that is, like, controlling your whole fucking life, that sucks so hard. So fucking hard. So, I don't know, I like, watched Kardashians back to back, started picking my favorites. At first, I was not down with all of them. At first, I was like, I only fuck with Courtney. The rest of y'all can suck it. Slowly, I just started falling in love with all of them. And now I'm like, don't fucking... Kylie was, like, one of the last people I liked. I was like, Kylie's annoying. Kendall's the last person I started liking. I was like, Kendall, like... Now I'm like, those are my sisters. Do not talk about them. What else? I just think everyone's like, here's stuff to do during quarantine. Watch the Kardashians. It's very it'll, like, make you laugh. It's truly a funny show, and it's truly funny. It's also really interesting to look back on now, like, over the years, especially, like, when, like, Bruce and Chris were fighting all the time. Like, now you can watch it and be like, oh, this is a dyke fight. Like, they are total lesbian soccer moms going at it. And Kylie are, like, 12 in the background or whatever, meaning, Mom, stop! It's just I don't know, I think it's just a really fun, and, like, the plot lines are just so stupid and fun, and, like, Like, there's this one episode where, like, Kylie's, like, maybe 10 or 12 or something, and, like, Kris Jenner is like, Bruce and I have just not been having a great marriage. And we just decided, or wait, what did she say? She's like, so I go to my favorite daughter, Kylie. Or she wasn't the favorite yet. She was still pre-Kylie, but, like, this is when Kylie's, like, young. And Kylie's still kind of goofy and still has her personality because the world hasn't fucking stolen it from her because she, like, looks like this and has this much and whatever. It's like, get the fuck over it. Anyway, it's just, it very much annoys me when people, like, go, I know this is, like, the least of our concerns, but I'm like, the Kardashians and, like, Vanessa Hudgens and all these, like, celebrities, they are not who we need to be going after. We need to be going after someone way fucking bigger than them, and this is not helping. Like, getting mad at them is not the distraction we need. If you need a distraction, you need to watch this episode that I was talking about, or just all of it, really, but there's this one that came to mind where, like, the plot line is, like, Bruce and Chris's marriage is on the rocks, or, like, not on the, no, they don't, like, make it like that. They're just like, she's like, and I've been wondering, like, how could I add more spice into my relationship, or something, like, that's, like, and Bruce is, at the time, is like, you know, I don't know. Okay, so then Kylie, like, the scene that they shoot for this, like, solution of the episode, she goes into Kylie's room, and, like, Kylie's, like, being, like, real goofy, like, wearing glasses, and, like, being, like, hot mama and hot daddy, motorcycles equals love, or something. She does something really funny and cute like that, and she's like, and it cuts to Kris going, Kylie is a genius. That's what we need to do. Ride motorcycles. Bruce loves motorcycles. It is so good. It is such a good, funny, like, if you, like, need to laugh at, I mean, like, literally, like, in these trying, traumatic times, like, I do not want, like, heavy shit. I don't want to watch Grey's Anatomy. I don't want to be crying over Meredith Grey. No offense, it's a great show. I love Shonda Rhimes. Stopped watching in '07, but I still believe it's a great show. I know a lot of people who still watch it. I'm just saying, like, give it a chance. I gave it a chance, and I watched, like, all 10 seasons in, like, one summer. Like, it took me, like, yeah, I feel like, I mean, that's how much time you will have, too. Like, I mean, we're not going anywhere for a while, so get ready to like some Kardashians. It's very funny. It's a very funny, hilarious show. It's also very touching. They also cover a lot of topics that are very educational. Everyone always wants to be like, these bitches don't know anything other than lipstick and whatever, but it's like, they have, like, a full episode on Planned Parenthood. They have several episodes about, like, the at-youth risk and, like, the homeless, like, Skid Row. They go to Skid Row. Like, they literally, like, almost, like, so many episodes are, like, and I don't think it's, like, I mean, I would like to be like, I don't think it's them just, like, being like, look at how much charity we do. I mean, sure, you can say that. You can totally just be like, this is all manufactured by Kris Jenner to, like, whatever. Like, be as cynical as you want. I don't care. But it's, like, it's good entertainment. It's, like, super wholesome, especially now. It's literally the most, I have said this several times before, but I will go on record. This is, like, probably the most wholesome show on TV right now. Like, especially now, because they all have kids, and, like, the plot lines have gotten, like, more and more hilarious. Like, one of the more recent episodes, North, like, her hamster dies or something, and, like, Kim's like, this is why I do not do pets. Oh my god, we have to go. Like, I have to get Chloe, and we have to go and get, like, a new hamster for North, because, like, I just am not gonna, like, explain death to her right now. It's just so fucking, like, it's just, like, they're, like, it's so much more than what people write it off as. It's so funny, and it's so, like, a modern sitcom, and we don't see it as that because we're, like, all jealous of how hot they are. I don't know. It's, like, very tiring. I have, like, people who have Kardashian fatigue. I have fatigue of them. I'm like, I have fatigue of people who are, like, Kardashian haters. Like, get over yourself. You don't fucking know them. Stop commenting. Stop throwing your energy into, like, hating on people. And it's not just Kardashians. It's not just Vanessa Hudgens. It's, like, literally everybody who has, like, any kind of platform, who has said anything remotely that could, like, even possibly be, like, taken as insensitive, is, like, it's probably not as deep as you think, and you're like really find something else to worry about, or turn the Kardashians on, or like get over it. It's like, or I mean, okay, not like get over it. That would be like the out of context clip that they would take if this were a thing. Me being like, get over it. It's just like, but like, get over people who don't directly affect your life, who are like saying something out loud that they're not necessarily. It's like not, it's truly not hurting or impacting people the way that you want it to be. And it's only, if it is, it's because you're making this like huge deal about it. It's like nobody is like, Kylie is laughing at poor people. Like nobody truly ever like, you know, like, or that's not truly what's happening. I don't believe. And I'm super cynical, I think. I don't believe in shit. I feel like I don't believe half the shit that like most celebrity culture is like trying to sell us, but I don't believe that they're bad people and that they're like making light of it. Like, oh my god, I feel so bad for people in their mansions. None of us live in mansions. There's a handful of people that do. Good for them, but like being mad that you're not them or that you don't have what they have is not going to help you. It's not going to like make your life better. Like, if you're truly that affected by like a celebrity saying something flippant or like something that you don't agree with or you think is insensitive, you need social media distancing. I mean, it's just like, get the fuck off of social media. That's not what it's, I mean, don't engage. Like, I know it's like easier said than done, but it's supposed to, or at least I think it should, it's supposed to be fun. I mean, I guess it's supposed to also be like a conversation starter, but like mostly it's like, if I, like the second I'm not having fun on Instagram or whatever, I like click out of it, because if I don't, then I will start vigorously fighting people in comments. It's like one or the other. So it's like, don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't start like screaming at people on the internet. I know it's very tempting, especially when you've been quarantined and you have not been like seeing people, and it's just like all of a sudden people are just data now. Like, we don't even see people as people. It's been like that for a while, but now it's like, not to be like, now more than ever, but anyway, we're in the Fourth Reich. I don't know if you realize that, but we have been for a while. We have a president that is an actual dictator who has, repeatedly proven that he is above the law, cannot be impeached, cannot be convicted of crimes, he cannot be stopped, he can just make up fucking laws now, he can throw kids. I don't know, it's like, this pandemic started a while back. It's like, there are children in cages for months, and like, none of us said shit, or if we said shit, it was for a day. It's like, this is probably also why we're in this situation. It's like, we didn't give a fuck about these like brown children in cages. You think they're gonna give a fuck about us? Like, they're gonna be like, okay, like, which are the next humans that we're gonna mass execute? Like, this is, I mean, I know I'm like not the sunniest, shiniest person around. I'm a very big fucking bummer sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, yo, we're about to go into detention camps any day now. They are going to depopulate us, and like, we are like fighting for our lives and like being told this is like a normal way of living. Nothing about our world is normal. Nothing about our world is okay. And it hasn't been. Like, there is so much fucked up about this world, and so much fucked up about the way it's run. And like, none of it has to do with how the Kardashians respond. Like, that's not even, if anything, they're like victims in front of our eyes, and we can't see it because we're so blinded by this like lifestyle of glamour. We don't know what kind of fucked up, weird trauma they're going through. Vanessa Hudgens, especially, a Disney girl. You know what they do to those Disney kids? You know how Disney kids get their fucking acting jobs? You know how Disney kids get on Disney? They suck dick, dude. They suck dick at like age 3. They take it in the butt. They are like raped as toddlers. Vanessa Hudgens probably had to do really horrifying things to get her role where she was. she's probably like still a 12-year-old child in her mind because of all the fucked up things she probably allegedly for entertainment purposes only endured. So just think about it. We like our world is run by pedophiles. So is like most of the corporations. Like Disney is a fucking factory of it. Hollywood is a trafficking resort. Like we use celebrity as a way to like set like encourage entire masses of people and like innocent people to like sell themselves. We go on Instagram to sell ourselves. Like we are all participating in a giant trafficking pyramid that should be dismantled, but I don't know if it can be because it's like super profitable. Because the richer you get, the more fucked up weird shit you want because you never get satisfied and you turn into a crazy fucking pervert who like orders children off of, you know, Hillary's emails, or I don't know how it works exactly, but that's I've gone down enough rabbit holes to know that like Kylie and Vanessa Hudgens and all these little actors and actresses, they're not the ones that we need to be mad about, baby. They are not the ones to be directing your anger to. Very tired of that. I don't know. I also just like looking at them because they're like really pretty, really good aesthetic, and just it like takes my brain out of where I am. I'm just really, maybe I'm just like professionally, like I should be a profession. Is there a profession to disassociate? I guess that's, I guess that's acting. Anyway, sorry if this was like too hard. This was supposed to be a little more lighthearted, but you know I can't do things lighthearted. I gotta start ranting and screaming at you. Otherwise, like, how would you know that it's me, you know? Alright, I had to get my hair under control. I'm sorry that everybody is offending you. I promise you, nobody's like laughing at like people dying in Italy. No one's like, oh my god. No one's like trying to make it about themselves or whatever you're saying. It's just like we're all trying to cope and we're all trying to figure this out. We're all fucking stressed. And blaming people who have no control in the situation, like blaming our peers and whatever, that's not going to help. Like that is only furthering the conquer and divide agenda. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but we have been more divided than ever, and now it is like in a physical sense. And now it's like, at least now we have the time for us to like really take into consideration the world that we're living in, the world that we're about to live in when they come out. I'm not even like a vaccine truther. Like, I take vaccines. I'm not one of those people, but like, if they come out with a vaccine that is mandatory and like somehow puts a barcode on you, whether they tell you that or not, it's like that's probably possible. We're probably, that's the mark of the beast. The book of Revelations is unfolding before our eyes, and I don't think it's the end of the world, but it's the end of this world. And I think hopefully we'll go on to a much better world, but we have to get, in order to get from this world to this world, we have to go through this much bullshit, and it involves a lot of change and a lot of rebellion and revolting against a system that has not served us. Like, it does not serve us to be angry about so-and-so's wealth, or like, you know, it does not serve us to live in this society where we're like constantly being pitted against each other and like giving into it. Like, we constantly give into it. It's like we don't have to give into like this fucking war pit that we've been put in, when like the people that started this war for us, like they are the, like, we need to be mad at, like, I'm telling you, like, we need to unite. There's way more of us than there are of them. Them being dark reptilian overlords, probably, I don't know, but billionaires in general, minus Mark Cuban, and you're like, oh, so fucking high, like, hit me up, I totally want to eat your asshole, bye.